It is better to keep your mouth shut and be thought a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. The quote has been attributed, apparently incorrectly, to everybody from Mark Twain to Abraham Lincoln. But tonight, in our number one story, it has again been proved by Paris Hilton. She has been sued by her ex-fiance's ex-girlfriend, Zeta Graf, alleging Ms. Hilton lied slanderously to the gossip pages of the New York Post about a confrontation last summer between the two at a London nightclub. Hilton was deposed in the case this past November. Today, our friends at the website TMZ.com obtained the transcripts of the deposition, 218 pages of pure genius. Well, pure Paris. In a moment, we'll get the bewildered reaction of Michael Musto. First, samples from the worst day a lawyer could ever have. Actual quotes from the transcript recreated in Paris Hilton deposition puppeteer.
Are you aware that the Page 6 article was republished in various newspapers? Were there UK publications?
No. There is stuff in London.
You didn't see any of the republications?
I was in Europe the whole summer, and all there is like French. I didn't see anything because I wasn't in America.
Do you recall ever seeing Zeta Graf at Cabaret before that? You have to say no.
No.
You were saying and shaking your head, but you have to say the word no.
No.
No. Okay. You don't know the name?
I meet so many people. I don't even know some of my friends' names.
Why don't we just mark that article as an exhibit, because I want to ask you some things about what is alleged in that article.
Okay. I am so hungry.
Was there a Constantine Tsoukalos with you? How about... You have to say no.
No.
You are shaking your head.
No.
I know you are shaking your head, but you have to actually say it. Your companion that night, whose first name is Terry, do you know his last name?
It is like a weird Greek name, like Douglas.
Few could follow an act like that, so we turn to one who can, Village Voice columnist Michael Musto. Good evening, Michael.
Hi, Keith.
It's hard to know where to start here. They only speak French in Europe. She doesn't know that UK includes England. She's so hungry. But I'm thinking that the real Paris Hilton is included in the unforgettable quote, "I meet so many people, I don't even know some of my friends' names."
Well, it is confusing when you're as wildly popular as she is. And in fact, I hear she broke up with Nicole Richie because she kept calling her Douglas for some reason. Paris even once slipped and called her mother Dad. And Mom said, "How did you know?" And I once actually, believe it or not, caught Paris talking to herself and saying, "You're so dumb, Nikki Hilton." It's confusing.
What we showed there does not even include another part of this deposition when her lawyer had to explain to her the difference between her left shoulder and her right shoulder. The assumption has long been that the lights were not shining too brightly upstairs in this particular Hilton head. But did we know that she didn't know the difference between left and right?
There actually was a sign of that when, in the porno video, the guy keeps saying, "Paris, lift up your right leg," and she lifts up her left arm. But they worked around that. It worked out fine. But now she knows how to get it all straight. Right side, Chihuahua. Left side, Subpoena.
Ah, now, there's one thing in here which merits some defense. That thing at the end where she seems to say that Douglas is a Greek name. She is asked in the deposition about a guy named Notarius Douglas. So she's not that stupid. But the problem is, isn't it, that even when she is not that stupid, she still winds up sounding that stupid?
Oh, yeah. I mean, even if she said E equals MC squared, it would sound really dumb. Even if she said, in the movie Grizzly Man, the barren tundra is a metaphor for Timothy Treadwell's soul, it would sound dumb. So I think that's why she actually says dumb stuff, because it's going to sound dumb anyway, right, Keith? So, like, why not, right?
Baron Tundra, I used to date him. Lost in, of course, the nonsense of the deposition is the case itself. Did she really Do we know this? Did she press to have the gossip mongers at the New York Post make this Groff woman look bad?
Oh, no, I'm sure she didn't do it, even though there were emails between her and her publicist afterwards saying, touche, job well done, we calmed the press, even though her publicist wisely had Paris sign a waiver at the time saying that she was putting out these lies, not him, because he knew they'd be liable to be sued for libel. I think Paris only signed that to be nice, but then again, I also think she'll be Oscar nominated for House of Wax.
Mm-hmm. That's probably just she thought it was an autograph. Looking over the transcript, don't you think this should be immediately optioned as some sort of low-budget movie or sitcom or reality show or Broadway play, The Last Time I Deposed Paris or something?
Or a movie called It's All Greek to Me, or perhaps a book called Je m'appelle Paris, parentheses, I was named after the capital of Germany, or maybe a reality show called American and Too Idle.
What, at this point, could Paris Hilton do, positively or negatively, to surprise you?
Oh, let's see, register to vote, read a book, go to a museum, go to a nunnery, have sex without a camera in the room. I don't know. Go away, basically. Go away.
Do you feel that at any point, as I do sometimes, that the job that you're doing might not be the ideal job, and then something like this comes along and you realize it could be worse? You could have been one of the lawyers in the room that day?
I think the lawyers are getting more highly paid than I am, and as much as a story like this drags me further into the cesspool of despair, I'm going to just rise above and say I'm really happy to be your new Paris Hilton reporter, because it does beat American Idol and Angelina Jolie.
Senior Paris Hilton correspondent Michael Musto, our island of sanity in the crazy sea of celebrity news. As always, sir, great thanks.
I'm hungry.